Good morning, fellow YouTubers. I wanted to come on quickly and share with you guys how I'm starting off my morning. My hubby was gracious enough to make me a cup of bulletproof coffee, and I wanted to kind of quickly explain to you guys what that is in case you are not familiar with it. Yesterday in my breakfast part of my video, I did show it, but I didn't really explain it. So, bulletproof coffee is simply just a cup of regular coffee that you add a tablespoon of butter. We use the Kerrygold organic grass-fed butter, and then we add in a teaspoon of coconut oil, and then I like to add in a little bit of sugar-free syrup. Today we used caramel, and we just get that at our regular Walmart, no big deal. And you throw all of that into a blender, or if you have one of those little hand blenders, you can do that one as well. We just use a regular one. And that's pretty much it. It's called Bulletproof. And let me see if I can quickly show you what it looks like. It's fairly light in color. When I first tried it, I did not think that I would like it. It sounded weird. But I've been drinking it now for a week and a half or so, even before I started the keto diet, and I just wanted to see, you know, what the rage was all about and see if I liked it. And I actually find that I really do like it. It cuts out the bitterness of regular coffee. I know for me, I was addicted to Starbucks coffee forever. And that was probably a big bulk of my weight gain, honestly. Between that and soda, I'm sure that's where a lot of my pounds started to creep on. So I'm gonna go ahead and finish my cup of coffee. Here in a little bit, I'm gonna start making breakfast, so I will show you guys what that looks like here in a bit. All right, YouTubers, this is the start of my breakfast. I'm gonna show you right here what I'm doing. Sorry for my little guy, he's hungry, so we're gonna try to do this quick. 4 pieces of bacon, not all for me. I'm probably gonna do 2.5 pieces and give my son the other 1.5. That's why there's 4. The same goes for the eggs. There's 4 eggs here. I'm probably gonna do 2.5 eggs, give my son about 1.5. This is about a teaspoon of, maybe a little over, of the Kerrygold grass-fed organic butter. Here, let me show you what it is. We use that. In my eggs, I also like to use the Himalayan pink salt and ground pepper. Now, the reason why I use the Himalayan pink salt is because it has that added magnesium and potassium, as well as sodium, of course, that we need for our electrolytes. So I have that going on, and I will sprinkle over some cheese once I'm done. And I'm gonna go ahead and get this going here. I got this out for my bacon. Also, I'm gonna use half of this avocado for breakfast. I'm gonna save the other half for my lunch today so that I'll get the full use out of this one avocado. So I'm gonna get cooking and handle my son, and I'll be back shortly. All right, everybody, this is the finished result. So what you see here, of course, are my eggs, with a little bit of cheese, little salt and pepper, and some Tapatio hot sauce. This actually is more like 2 eggs. My little guy was a little hungrier than I thought, so I ended up giving him some more of my eggs. This, just like yesterday, is a half an avocado cut up, and then I put the pink Himalayan salt on there and some ground black pepper, and then of course you see here my 3 pieces of bacon. And I am still working on my coffee. And then just so you guys know, right now it's about 10 o'clock. So I'm gonna hurry up and get my day started. I normally do not eat breakfast this late. It's just, it was a crazy night last night, and I am just trying to function. So this is my breakfast. I'll show you what I eat for lunch in a bit. Hey fellow YouTubers, it's Liz. I definitely wanted to jump back on right now to ask a few questions. Today is Wednesday, and Wednesday is my hard day of the week. I'm a mom of 4, and I spend most of my Wednesdays taking kids everywhere, picking them up. They all have different activities on Wednesdays, and I'm constantly in and out of the car, and it doesn't give me a lot of time in my day to plan thorough meals. You saw my breakfast this morning, which was fairly straightforward. Lunch is going to be a little hard for me. I'm going to try to carve out some time here in the next hour or so to make a little lunch to get me through. But dinner, nobody in our house on a Wednesday is eating dinner at the same time. So I may try a crock pot option. So if you guys have any feedback on how you guys handle your crazy days, or maybe your days that you're out on the road or whatever, I would greatly appreciate the feedback. And side note to that, thank you for the few people that have already subscribed and have seen my videos. I appreciate it so much. Yesterday, like I said, was my very first time, and I couldn't probably have picked a worse day to start a new diet. Valentine's Day, when you're surrounded by complete chocolate and sweets and craziness. But I will admit, I'm going to toot my own horn here. I am proud of myself that I actually had some willpower yesterday. Didn't have a soda, didn't have any chocolate. There were carbs all over our table last night at dinner, and I didn't touch a single one. So I feel confident that I can do this moving forward. If I got through yesterday, I should be able to get through the rest. And so again, thank you to those of you that have already given me some encouragement, some feedback. I truly, from the bottom of my heart, appreciate it. And I hope that anybody seeing this down the road in the future realizes that hopefully this process for me gets easier in terms of making better quality videos, better content. And for those of you that are starting this journey with me and subscribing to my channel, I humbly, with all my heart, appreciate it. And I appreciate your comments and your feedback. Any support you want to throw my way, any comments, whether I guess they be good or bad, any feedback is always appreciated. So thank you. Other than that, I guess I'm just going to try to jump on when I figure out what I'm going to do for my lunch today, and then I do have an idea for dinner, so you guys will be with me for part of that journey. Alrighty, talk to you soon. Alright, fellow YouTubers, it is about 1:50 and I am starting to make my lunch right now. What you see here in my cast iron pot is, I just took it out of the packaging. It is ground beef. It is the 80-20 ratio. So 20% fat in there. I'm also going to throw in, not the whole thing, but a little bit of taco seasoning to give it a little bit of flavor. I'm going to do kind of a taco salad, maybe, if you will. And I'll show you what that looks like as soon as I plate it. But just wanted to show you that I'm getting started. Alright guys, this is the finished result of my little wannabe, I guess, taco salad or hamburger, I don't know what you want to call it. In here I've got the ground beef, which is seasoned with a little bit of taco seasoning. I got some shredded cheese on there. There's a little bit of sour cream, about a tablespoon and a half, I'd say. I got a tablespoon of salsa right here, and then I have the other half of that avocado from this morning. So I'm just gonna hurry up and eat this real quick. It's almost 2 o'clock. I'm behind schedule. And, oh, I'm drinking my trusty flavored sparkling water. This flavor is black cherry, lots of ice, makes me feel like I'm drinking a soda. So I'm gonna devour this and show you guys dinner in a little while. Thanks. All right, so here is what I'm doing for dinner tonight. I saw a variation of this recipe on Facebook before, and I've done it a handful of times. What I have here are chicken thighs, boneless, skinless. I'm going to throw those in the bottom of my crock pot here. I also have a fajita packet here. It does have carbs, but it only has, I think, 4 carbs, it said. No, 3 carbs. And then, of course, my serving size won't be the exact same, so it should only be like 2, maybe 2.5. And then I have 2 containers of cream cheese. All of that just goes in the bottom of the crock pot for 5 hours, maybe 6, depending on how many pieces you actually put in there. And then the chicken comes out great. It comes out shredded, and then we use it here for a handful of different things. So that'll be what we use tonight for dinner. I've also done it where I use a ranch packet instead of one of these, and it comes out phenomenal that way as well. All right, I'll show you tonight's dinner once we eat it. All right, YouTubers, this is my dinner for tonight. As you can see, I've got some sauteed broccoli here. I felt like I really needed to work on my greens. I know that this probably looks a little weird. It's what I put in the crock pot earlier. So I did a package of skinless, boneless chicken thighs. And then I put 2 bricks of cream cheese. Then I put the taco seasoning on and I cooked it for just under 6 hours. On top of it, I put some shredded cheese, and then I put a little bit of salsa because it has like a Mexican flair. Normally what I do with this dish when I make it for the family is that we either put it in sandwich rolls or we put it in tortillas. I do this kind of meat all the time. My kids love it because it comes out super creamy and the meat is super tender. So even though it looks a little weird, I definitely recommend that you try it. And then I have my water that I'm going to drink right here. As I said, I'm the only one eating right now. I've got kids away at activities and my husband is on his way home from work. It is just after 6:30, so he probably will be here any minute. But he said traffic was bad on the freeway. So I'm waiting on him, but I'm going to go ahead and dig in while I can because I got to pick up the kids in a little bit. So I may go in for a little snack later. I do have some carbs left after this is put in, but I'll post what I do tonight. Bye.
All right, it's the end of the night and I want to show you my stats and see if what I did today is an epic fail. As you can see, my protein's okay. My carbohydrates are at 33. You minus the fiber, it comes out to 20, and my fat is 141. If you look at my pie chart though, my carbohydrates is at 7% and I wanted 5%. My protein's a little low and my fat's a little high. Not quite sure how this ends up, but it's been a long day, so I just want to say good night to all of you YouTubers